Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to The Next Normal, sponsored by the Brahma Kumaris. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. We were having a nice heart to heart conversation today about just all the newness and how, when there's newness, you sometimes have to acclimate your body, your mind, even your relationships in order to feel that in sync energy again. But I hope that everyone's been enjoying the freshness, Brother David's Positive Fridays, Meditation Mondays. Did everybody love Dan here yesterday? I thought Dane was incredible. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to Dane's philosophy and thoughts and words, please do. You know, why do we do this? We do this to keep ourselves going. We do this to stay connected. We do this to keep promoting and creating positivity in the atmosphere. The more we can keep offering goodness and wisdom and insights into our body, our mind, our relationships, our finances, then it'll just make life a little bit easier. There's no doubt that we are in a particular unusual place. Unusual means you don't feel like you're in control of anything. Maybe the only thing you control is what time you have to wake up, go to work, or maybe eat breakfast or whatever. But you feel kind of like you're out of control, you know, like things aren't that clear. How are you taking care of your body since the pandemic? How are you taking care of the relationships, the people that you see 24/7 every single day in, day out, from the moment you go to bed to the moment you wake up? It's the same people. Are you growing? Are they growing? Or are you all just passing time? And what if you are living alone in your home, or maybe with a pet? How are you gauging if you're developing or growing or taking good care of yourself? It's easy for us to know if I'm taking care of the body. Let's say if I drink a lot of water, or I exercise, or I eat pretty well, then we have this kind of knowing, well, I'm taking care of my health. But yet we get sick. I mean, last year, if you were following me on my journey, I had my health opportunity. I eat well, I drink good water, I have good thoughts, but still, I had a health opportunity that came as a surprise. So that's all karmic, huh? Something deep, deep within. And when it comes to people, those same people you're seeing 24/7 for the last year, when you look into their eyes, are they sparkling? Do they seem like they're happy to be existing still on the planet? Is there that life? You know, people in marriages, when they begin to feel that spark in the eyes of their spouse isn't there anymore, they know that their marriage is in trouble. In the same way, when you look into the mirror and you can't feel your spark, then you might be on the borderline. So how do we take care of our health and really look into how best we can navigate our future? In the studio today, I have one of I would say one of our angels, someone who I look up to with great admiration and enthusiasm and possibilities, and just everything about her is just so sweet Aditi Goel, who's a student at George Mason University and who's been one of our incredible arms in keeping America Meditating radio show going, in helping with the social media, with helping with drafting letters, doing interviews, helping to get books together. She does so much and yet she stays so quiet. Something about that innocence, that's the key. So I want to introduce you all to our sweet and beautiful Aditi Goel. Welcome to Next Normal.
Thank you, Sister Jenna.
You're home away from home. You know what happens every time when folks come to visit, then they get this feeling like I might snag them to do something, but if they stay around showtime, they know they're going to end up in the studio, right? Right. So Aditi, you have been a little champion on so many levels. It comes on to your education, it comes on to your relationships with your family, when it comes on to your health. You approach things in a very special way. Can you share with me, in particular, when it comes to your physical well-being, what's most important to you?
I think food has become the most important right now. I did not realize this before, but it has become an important part of me. If I cook food in positive vibrations in the morning, I have that food prepared for the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
I am satisfied, like there is something for my physical body. I do not have to worry about it. And so that's sorted for me. The other thing is, if I feel too heavy, I start doing exercising. I mean, of course, we should do it every night, but I try to do it every day. If not, then sometimes in the week, and the body feels lighter.
Mm-hmm. Now, you told me when we first met years ago and you came to the museum, and I just looked into your eyes and knew you were a little stick of dynamite. Everyone, Aditi is a survivor of an extremely debilitating disease called cancer. And you were 13?
Yes.
You were 13, but she also lost her mother to that awful disease. I always think there's got to be a cure for this thing, which is just a pill away. That's always been my feeling or my thought. But Aditi lost her mom when she was 3. And then was it at 13 you got it, or 12?
13.
13. So what was that process like? Like, how were you able to take care of yourself at that time? Were you able to?
At 13, when I had my first ultrasound, it was nothing for me. Like, I didn't even know cancer existed. But then my dad told, you shouldn't go to school for quite some time. And that set me back. I'm like, I'm going to miss my friends. I'm going to miss my exams. But I think what pulled me through was optimism. And a phrase that we use here is to have a fortunate future.
Mm.
That pulled me. And I said to myself, no matter what happens, your dad is beside you. Your brothers are there for you. You have such a loving family. Dad has built such a good social capital. And I just want to get back to my friends and give my exams.
I love your father. He's just like this pillar of everything that, a child could want. He's such a protector. And he's very firm in his conviction, Did you ever feel like have you ever felt like he was worried about you?
I don't think ever once.
Yeah, he seems like he doesn't worry about anything, your father.
Yeah, I think if he would do it internally and solve it.
Yeah.
But he would never portray it outside as much.
Yeah. Were you ever scared or nervous during that time? Did you ever feel like, what's going on with me? Like when you did the surgery, then when you had to do chemo, did you ever feel like, I don't feel great? Like, what's going on?
I think there was one time when I was going through my chemotherapy. It was when I was having these side effects, like vomiting, not feeling good. And in my mind, I was like, it can't go for long. It has to stop.
Good girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. That's really, I've often admired. I remembered when Sister Gita was going through her chemo and everything, and we started America Meditating Radio as a result of that, because she would just be laying in the bed, and I just said, no, we have to do something to utilize her time and her energy. So when it comes to making our physical beings healthier, one of the areas that we don't focus a lot for health and well-being is the mind. What steps do you take to make your mind healthy?
First, I think it would be a good company.
Why good company?
That's really important. Like, when I ever come to the ashram, it's like this state of mind. It's like peace. It's like a power boost for the entire week for me. Even when I am at home, I am grateful to have a good family, a harmonious family. And there's always positive vibrations for each other. Even when I talk to my friends, they're always telling me about the things they are doing well. If they're not doing well, then I would check up on them, and they would check up on me. So I think that good company, it's like a protection for me. That whenever anything happens, I can turn to my good company, to you.
That's beautiful. I would have never thought that one of the ways that you can make your mind healthy is to keep in good company. What about positive thinking?
I think that would follow a good company.
Yeah. You know, when I was a teenager and I was a little bit like your age, my company was really naughty. I think Sister Gita used to worry so much. She would come and she would say, Jen, please stay pure, stay peaceful, Jen. Don't drink, don't do that. And I would be, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Good company is very, very important. And sometimes you find yourself in company or in relationship with people that you're not connected to them, like you don't feel you share the same values. How do you handle those relationships that seem like they're not sharing your values or your vision?
Firstly, I would say that I have to be strong in my principles. I mean, if they are not treating me well, that's my interpretation. If I just keep sending them good thoughts and good vibrations, that will at least protect me from getting hurt or having some sort of a sorrow. And through my good vibrations and my light, if I am getting more comfortable with them, that's good. If not, then I don't think that's a relationship I will be staying in.
Right, right. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage to break away from energies of people that could be your family. No, really, it could be your family, it could be your colleague at work that you have to work under or next to, and they're not sharing the same vision, you know? And sometimes it's not always easy to make the relationship smooth, but what you said, if you have good wishes, that will definitely help to smoothing out that relationship. Now, I know that you do programs at your school, and you have a wonderful organization at GM called Dare to Be Wise.
Yes.
And you've been doing incredible work. You had Diane Hayworth, a wonderful author, come to your school and speak on her love principles. And I think Diane also had you on her television show.
Yes.
Right, and that did well. And that was around Valentine's Day too, right?
It was in January, yes, this year.
So you do conduct some meditations at the school. And I'm wondering if you'd be able to conduct a meditation for our next normal tribe and have them share your fragrance and your vibrations of what's a good, healthy way to serve the body, the mind, relationships, atmosphere. Do you take us into a meditation?
Sure.
Great.
So, I invite you to take a moment, take a deep breath in and out. And as you begin to center yourself, Feel a healing light passing through the entire body. From the head, the face, to the neck and the shoulders, down the abdomen, the legs and the feet. And as the breath is becoming slower and all the tensions in the body is being released, feel a sense of calmness around you. See if you can bring in your mind someone that you are comfortable with, someone with whom you can share your feelings with. And send them a ball of love, a ball of light. Now bring into your mind someone who you are not comfortable with. And send them a ball of love. It might be challenging, but see if you can do that. And now, take in your mind all beings around you and on this planet. I invite you to encircle everyone with a warm, healing light. A light that is full of protection, full of compassion, and full of divinity. And gently take your awareness to the present moment. You can slowly begin to open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, have a smile on your face.
Thank you. One of the beautiful things about meditation and the kind of meditation that Aditi just offered us, which is known as guided meditation, is that you process your thoughts, but your focus is to connect the soul to God, the Supreme. The teaching of Raja Yoga meditation is what we practice and what we've learned. I want to talk about the first lesson, like your understanding of what is the soul. I mean, it's the genesis of the study of the Brahma Kumaris, to understand the soul and to allow the transformation that's to take place from deep inside of the soul. So in terms of your understanding of it so far, what is the soul to you? Because we just had a soul experience, right? We just went inwards and we connected to a deeper part of our being. What is the soul to you?
It was tricky at first to understand what a soul is, but I think it's that intangible feeling that when everything is going right and when nothing is going right, the feeling that stays constant that sense of peace and calm, I think that's so.
Mm.
There's always something grounding in every moment of our life.
And what's so interesting, it's the invisible energy, that is running everything, even though you're physical and you can see it all. The invisible energy, that intangible energy, is what's maneuvering the whole show. Now, the second lesson of Raj Yoga meditation, which is all about health and well-being, talks about the importance of connecting to God. What was your understanding of God when you heard that, in terms of the more you remember God, the purer you become, the healthier you become? What was your understanding of that lesson?
I think it's about letting go of my own self. And for me, it has always been, but now it's reformed, but it has always been like an invisible figure who I can talk to, I can release my feelings to. It has changed into a loving relationship, as in I don't have to take something, but I can just be myself and be accepted for who I am in that, I would say, a peaceful presence.
Mm-hmm. So when you connect to God, you feel peace?
Yes.
Anything else?
I think there's this sense of comfort.
When I connect to God or to Baba, I feel the sense of like a freedom, like I'm expansive, and I was living in this small world, and then when I connect to to Baba, it's like everything opens up and my life changes. Now the third lesson is karma, and that's a big one. And karma is connected to health, to the mind, to the finances, to relationships. What was your understanding of karma? Because the whole study of Raj Yoga has to do with karma.
Karma is instant in a way. Like, I know I have experienced this. If I have conflicting thoughts, then I would experience it in my sore throat. I would experience it in my body.
What do you mean in a sore throat if you had a conflicting
Not
thought?
for you.
What do you mean?
Like, if I know I want to do my work, but then again I have a thought, no, let me go and have something to eat. I mean, you should eat when you are feeling tired or the body needs it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just want to eat chocolate, for example, like for no reason, but you have studies to do, for me, that's a conflicting thought right there. But I think with Raj Yoga, I can purify my thoughts into one direction. When I'm connected with God, it's okay, you are focused, and it's like a reinforcement of my own values.
Mm-hmm.
And then with karma, I can purify my thoughts, and hopefully, and I really try to do good karmas, that is karmas without expectation.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one.
Like Akshay shared in a very beautiful way.
That's the big thing, because nowadays our world is so driven for results. Like everything you do, what's the results? What are the metrics? Right? And very rare, like in the Bhagavad Gita, the whole churning is that Krishna is teaching Arjuna, don't do anything with any motives, and how to become very, very pure in the actions that you choose to do. Now, a lot of people struggle with karma because they think it's unjust. Do you think karma is unjust?
I think it's universal. I mean, this is coming from a very logical mind. But when you are into that space, that uneasy space, you would say, why is this happening to me? But then, as you were sharing earlier, you would detach from that scene, look at it, give it vibrations, and when you come back, you have a whole new perspective.
Yeah.
And you know what's amazing is that the entire universe will help you support that vision of a better self.
Yeah.
No matter what karma it is.
So sometimes the attachment, isn't that karmic?
It is.
And how do you remove that energy of attachment, which is karmic and making everything so complicated?
It's complicated because we interpret it as complicated. Like you said, if you would detach, go to the source, and you reinforce your values. No, I cannot be angry at this situation. It's my own karma. you have that understanding of karma and you come back and you're like, this is what's going to happen. I will take it as is, but I will not change my own principles. I will stick to my principles of the good virtues that I am.
So you've witnessed that America has changed a lot in the last few months, right? We were in a very tumultuous period, and as of January, I don't know, I'm not watching news like I used to at all, so I feel very disconnected. But it seems a lot more calmer outside, like things are kind of, I don't know, being normal? What's your interpretation of that?
Of being normal?
No, of like the changes that America has been through where its karmas are concerned. How did it was just in this crazy period, and then karmically, all of a sudden, whoop, it just became smooth. Is this how karmas would work inside of everyone, that sometimes we're struggling and fighting, and then after a while we just let it go and turn to the good part of ourselves and things just start to level out?
Yeah, I think karma is kind of like this. But since I have been practicing Raj Yoga, it's coming to a place where I can be more at this level, even though karma is going up and down. So all of those conflicting fluctuation of my thoughts, they're coming back to the state of normalcy. And even when I'm experiencing my karmas, I can be like, but I have to come back to my normalcy and everything will fall back into place.
And would you say normalcy is soul consciousness?
Yes.
Yeah, being more at peace, right? Yeah. Well, you're very peaceful. And I've often loved when you come by Baba's home. You make it brighter and sweeter.
I love it here.
Yeah, you know. So everyone, that's one of our segments of The Next Normal with our special guest and visitor, Aditi Goel. So we are loving her presence, and I hope that you took something magical from our conversation with her. So take care, and I'll see you again really soon. All right? All the very best, everyone. Om Shanti. Take care. Start your day off with a smile. The Brahma Kumari's meditation museums are still closed due to the pandemic. And since the lockdown, we have enjoyed meeting you on YouTube and Facebook. The Next Normal with Sister Jenna has been our way of staying connected. The show offers answers to everyday life challenges, meditations, conversations with guests, and moments of laughter. It is your pause to reconnect, elevate, and understand better your purpose for being here. Monday meditations will take you into deep stillness, away from the noise, with a special feature titled Drishti, seeing into the being. The rest of the days will offer you food for thought, and Positive Fridays will inspire you and leave you wanting more. Thank you all for the support that you have given us over the years, and we wish you and your loved ones health, wealth, and happiness. Remember to subscribe and click the bell button to stay connected. All the very best once again, and we hope to see you soon.